How I feel? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock her hips. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she pop her hips, the shawty is a winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Jamin Davis, linebacker of the Washington Commanders, undergoing season-ending shoulder surgery, and also former Washington Commander Montez Sweat sending shots at the Commanders. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Want to roll to 7,000 subscribers. Please help me get there as soon as possible. It'd be greatly appreciated if you can do that for me. Also, check out my description link. Go ahead and subscribe to Juan Gotti TV. Non-sports content will be dropping on that channel very, very soon. And if y'all have any video ideas that y'all want to see from me on that page, let me know down below. Now with all that out the way, let's go ahead and get to today's video. So, the Washington Commanders got hit with some breaking news today. Linebacker Jamin Davis will be undergoing season-ending shoulder surgery. So, his season is done. Year 3 for Jamin Davis. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Still isn't living up to that 19th overall draft pick. But we got to understand that he will never do. He was reached. We reached on Jamin Davis. You know what I'm saying? So he's never gonna reach up to that 19th overall pick. However, he was having a solid year as he had 89 combined tackles. You know, had 3 sacks on the season, and he had 1 interception this season. So again, not crazy stats for Jamin Davis, but I mean it's cool. It's definitely you know, unfortunate that his season is going to be over, because I was interested to see how Jamin was going to do down the stretch of the season this year. Now all it does is make his next season, year 4, that much more important, because as we know, this regime will be gone. The next regime does not have to keep Jamin Davis after year 4, but next year is going to be a big year, because if he doesn't perform well, they're not going to pick up his 5th-year option, and it's sayonara to Jamin Davis. However, if he comes out next year on fire, having a really good year, they could be prone to wanting to pick up his 5th-year option. Right now, if you ask me, Jamin Davis is very replaceable. So if we decided to not pick up his 5th-year option, again, we have a whole nother year to talk about this, but that's what we have to talk about when it comes to him right now. If they decide not to pick up his 5th-year option right now or whatever, I wouldn't even be mad, because Jamin Davis is very replaceable. Again, he's really a 3rd-round pick. We made this guy a 1st-round pick. I think he has talent. I think he has the athletic ability to be really good if he's coached up well. Unfortunately for the young fella, and like a lot of these other defenders, they were coached poorly. So maybe Jamin comes back next year and he blows up. Maybe we got something in the tank with Jamin Davis and he just doesn't have it unleashed because of coaching. I already been told y'all, I would use Jamin Davis as a chess piece. I wouldn't just have him standing up. I wouldn't just have him guarding running backs and tight ends, because he doesn't do that very well. He's not that. He technically straight line speed. He's like a 4.4, but you know, we seen what happened with Devontae A-Chain, whatever his name is. We seen what happened with a lot of these tight ends. You know what I'm saying? These other running backs, DeAndre Swift. He pretty much gets cooked. So I would use Jamin Davis as like a chess piece, an edge rusher. You know, send him off the edge, lining him up over the center, blitzing. He's a really good guy when it comes to spying and going after the quarterback. As far as courage goes, he's not the best, but again, you put him in predicaments to where he's already prone to lose. 9 times out of 10, if you got a linebacker on a running back, you're going to lose that battle. So in my opinion, that's coaching setting them up for failure. So again, I don't think Jamin Davis has lived up to that 1st-round pick. However, I think next year is going to be the true tale of what we have with Jamin Davis under new coach. And again, I like a lot of these other players too. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be under contract next year. It's going to be different with other coaches. So maybe these next coaches can unleash something that these coaches here hasn't done. And that's what I'm hoping for, because honestly speaking, man, I don't want to get rid of Jamin Davis. Like, if I could put Jamin Davis' athletic ability and like as far as like God-given talent in like somebody's body that has like a Fred Warner mental, we would have a stud. Like, I mean, could you imagine And I know a lot of y'all don't like Cole Holcomb, but I liked Cole Holcomb a lot. I feel like he's a smart football player, but there's but so much he can do. If you could put Jamin Davis' athletic ability and Cole Holcomb's mind together, we have a stud linebacker in my opinion. Because mentally, Cole Holcomb was good. It's just physically he couldn't do everything. So, Jamin Davis out for the rest of the year. Bummed out for that because I wanted to see how he finished down the stretch. I was hoping that he could have a solid finish to the 2023 campaign going into 2024. He could have, maybe bursted out on the same. Now, what does that leave us as far as this year? Honestly speaking, I think this probably means a ton of Kaliki Hudson and David Mayo. Now, I know a lot of y'all want to see Jabril Cox. I want to see Jabril Cox, but I don't even know if this team is still going to do that or even pursue that. They're probably going to roll out with David Mayo per usual, but I would personally look into getting Jabril Cox. You might as well see what the young fella has. You know what I'm saying? Nobody even wants to see David Mayo. We know what David Mayo is. This is probably his last year in Washington because the regime is going to be gone. So I would prefer to see the young fella Jabril Cox go out there with the young fella Khalil Hudson. What do you have to lose at this point? You have nothing to lose. So put them young fellas out there. Jamin Davis, shoulder surgery, season's done. Let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comment section. Now, let's get to the next topic. Former Washington Commander Montez Sweat basically sends shots at his former team. He says this. He says, Montez Sweat said head coach Matt Eberflus deserves a lot of credit for continuing to keep this team together because it was not like that where he was. Again, he says Matt Eberflus, head coach of the Chicago Bears, deserves a lot of credit for keeping this team together because it was not like that where he was. Who is surprised by that statement? Raise your hand if you're surprised by that statement. I'm looking around the room. I don't see nobody's hands raised. We're not surprised that that's the case. This coaching staff is horrible. We know this coaching staff is depleted. He literally said at halftime, like, it's one thing if the coaches come out saying one thing and it's another. Let's be for real. These coaches are telling us to our face. Some of us are just being blind to the truth. They told us. Eric Bieniemy told us who he was. We were just blind because we wanted to oversee that. We wanted to overhear that and just be blind to, man, this offense is going to be really good. He told us exactly who he was. He didn't care about stats. He didn't care about getting so many players involved. He didn't care about that. That's what he told us. Ron Rivera literally told us at halftime, yeah, I didn't really say nothing to the players. I let them figure it out themselves. That's basically saying that I'm not even coaching these guys. I'm not even trying to get these guys to win. I'm not trying to rally these guys up. No, these guys got to figure it out themselves. And Montez Sweat alluded to that in his comments. Nah, it wasn't even like that where we were at. When we're down in Washington, it's just like we're in the locker room just chilling. Ain't nobody saying nothing, blah, blah, blah. Here in Chicago, we down at halftime. We trying to make adjustments. We trying to find ways to get back in this game. And you look up now. If I'm a Chicago sports fan or a Chicago Bears fan to be specific, I kind of would be happy. And I would be pulling for us to make the playoffs because no matter what, you got the number 1 overall pick. And you already got your other pick. So it don't even matter where that other pick goes. But if I'm Chicago, I'm trying to get to I'm trying to get to the playoffs because there are 2 games out of the playoffs. Right? Considering the fact of what happens tonight versus, the Packers and Giants, they could be 2 games out of the playoffs, right? You look at the NFC playoff picture right now, the Chicago Bears are on the outside looking in. Let's quickly look at the NFC playoff picture. I know that the Vikings are there. They're 7-6, but it's hard for me to believe that they're going to still finish out there in the playoffs. I think they're going to fall off at some point. I really do. They shouldn't even have beat the Raiders yesterday, but they found a way to do so. If you look at the Bears right now, they're sitting at number 12, but they're 5-8. You know what I'm saying? And the next wild card is 6-6 and 7-6. You know what I'm saying? So if the Packers find a way to lose tonight, they're 6-7, and then lose next week, the Bears could potentially get back in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to bring to you guys' attention as far as, to make the reference back to they're not giving up. And here in Washington, we gave up. And that was a long time ago. Like, that was probably, like, after the Chicago Bears game, we didn't give up. So Montez Sweat saying this is not surprising at all. And I'm not mad at Tiz. I hope he has a really good year. I hope he has a really good career in Chicago. But I'm keeping a whole buck with you. I didn't want to pay him all the money that he got paid. You know what I'm saying? I love Montez Sweat. And I think he's a dang good edge rusher. But I'm not paying all that money for Montez Sweat. I'm going to keep it a whole buck with you. I'd rather figure this thing out in the draft and see if we could find a guy, you know what I'm saying, that we could draft, potentially be better than both of these guys. However, I wasn't about to pay Montez Sweat $98 million for 4 years. That was dead. But again, hope he has a good career in Chicago because that defense is really good. Jalen Johnson, Quan Brisker, Montez Sweat. Obviously, they have a Tremaine Edmonds. Like, they have a really good unit on that defense there in Chicago. So, hey, shout out to Montez, man. And he ain't saying nothing that we ain't already knew. We've been knew this about this coaching staff. We've been knew that they ain't make adjustments. We've been knew that they giving up. And we've been knew that they didn't care. We're all just waiting for change. And that is the sad reality. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. It'd be greatly appreciated if you guys can help me get there as soon as possible. Also, subscribe to Juan Gotti TV. That link is down below in the description. Non-Washington Commanders, non-sports content coming to that page very, very soon. Y'all have a blessed one. Enjoy Monday Night Doubleheader because I know I will. Y'all be easy. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.